How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Previously, I talked about a whole bunch of high-yield savings account and how I personally use the Synchrony Bank savings account as well as the Discover Bank online savings account. Now you have to know, these accounts that I talk about are actually no-frills type of accounts where you don't have to jump through hoops in order to get a better yield. These types of accounts that I talk about have no minimum and you can deposit up to the FDIC insurance limit of $250,000. And the yield would be the same for the entire amount. Generally with the higher yield ones where they say, oh, 1.5, 2%, 3%, they're only gonna cap it all the way up to maybe $20,000, and anything over that, they're not going to give as good a rate, or maybe it might drop down to like 0.1%. I'm making this video again mainly because I've been using Synchrony Bank for quite some time now. In my case, after using the bank for all this time, I feel like the user interface is not all that good. This is because on my phone, I use the Freedom Pop phone, which uses the Google Voice service, and generally sometimes automated phone calls would have a hard time texting these numbers as well as even calling them at all. Whenever I log onto the Synchrony Bank account, it would ask me to reauthorize again through my cellular phone number. Now when I choose for them to text me a 6-digit code via text, it actually will not come to me. If I choose for them to call me instead, my phone would ring, but then I cannot enter in a touch tone so that the other person would keep on speaking and give me the phone number. What I ended up doing is whenever I log in, I have to choose the option where they would call me, and I have to be there ready at the Google Voice number at my computer so that I can receive the call on my computer and then press the 1 on there so that the touch tone would actually go through and then they would speak the number to me. Needless to say, this is really annoying and it gets really old really fast. Enough so that I really don't want this account anymore. And in fact, I already initiated a transfer of all the money out of the Synchrony Bank account back into my regular bank account. Another bad point about Synchrony Bank is through my usage of their web interface, I can see that the web interface, all the graphics and stuff, it looks kind of amateurish. If you have the chance to use this site, you'll know what I mean. The interest rate, of course, is one of the main concerns here because Synchrony Bank gives a 1.15%, whereas Goldman Sachs gives a 1.2%. Now, it's such a small difference because if you deposit $10,000 in either bank, you're gonna get either $115 or $120. This is a difference of $5. It's not enough for me to actually want to start a new bank account and then do all this stuff just to open up the account. So this time, I'm not actually canceling out my Synchrony Bank account due to the interest rate. It's because it's such a horrible thing to use for me that I'm actually, okay, might as well open up a brand new account that has a higher yield as well. And then I'm gonna give Goldman Sachs a try. Goldman Sachs is a pretty big name bank, and I sort of tend towards wanting to bank at the bigger banks rather than the little ones because I never know if the little ones that gives a higher yield is gonna go out of business or whatnot. Goldman Sachs to me is kind of like Wall Street itself because they back a lot of the companies that go IPO. Synchrony, Discover, or Goldman Sachs, they're all pretty big banks, so then to me, it's safe enough in order to put your money into these banks. Now right now, Discover Bank has 1.1% APY, Synchrony Bank has 1.15% APY, Goldman Sachs has 1.2% APY. All of these banks are no frills, no minimum balance type of banks. All of them are online. So what I did is just go on gsbank.com. I put in all my information. It asked for 4 security questions at the end relating to my previous addresses. And once I got that right, it immediately opened up a GS Bank account for me. One of the hurdles of opening up an online bank account is that you need to transfer money in. A lot of times if you do a verification of a bank, it may take several days, and this might be a little bit of a hassle. So what I did personally is I just logged on with my login credential from a different bank, and they don't save this information. So then you can immediately get verified for that bank and you can immediately transfer a little bit of money into your new Goldman Sachs bank account. So within 20 minutes from start to finish, I was able to open up a GS Bank account. I was able to fund it. The money is not in there yet, but that money is going to get 1.2% APY. So I hope this video shows you how easy it is to open up an online bank account. If you have the credentials for your current bank already, you can just as well do this opening account within 20 minutes as well. If you look at your current bank, most banks like Chase or Bank of America, they give you a really crappy rate in your savings account. So what you should really do is keep maybe 1 month's worth of money in your checking account, just so you can access it immediately. And everything else, transfer all of this over to an online savings account where you get upwards of 1.2% APY. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know if you already have a high yield savings account, or maybe if this is the first time you've heard of this, because you can really easily get, 1.2%. If you're interested in supporting this channel, don't forget to check out my Audible link down in the video description below, where you can get an audiobook in the subject of your choice or whatever book you really want. And you can just listen to this, try it out. And if you don't like the service or the book, you can cancel it before the trial period expires, and you will not have to pay a thing through this whole ordeal. Even if you cancel this service, you can keep the audiobook and you can still help benefit this channel. I also have a Patreon link over here where you can support my channel directly, and I give various perks at different contribution levels. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that bell icon so that you can get notifications whenever I upload a brand new video. Thanks for watching.